Welcome to a quick tutorial video on basic kicks, punches, and vinyasas. We'll start with front kicks today. These are the most common basic kicks. Starting in fighting stance, arms up by your face, abs engaged, 1 foot behind. Lift the back leg up and the knee hikes up as high as you can towards your chest while keeping your back nice and straight. This is your chamber. It's part 1 of each kick. Now there you just saw the 3 parts of the kick: chamber, extend, and retract, rechamber. And so each time you do a kick, you want to go through those parts, those 3 steps. This helps to work on balance and control and helps to make sure that you're maintaining the correct posture and not overusing your back or straining other parts of your body to try to achieve too high of a kick. You see I'm keeping a neutral hip here. Abs stay engaged, and I only kick as high as I can chamber. Next, we'll be going over axe kicks. This is a great kick for stretching out your hamstrings. Again, we start in fighting position, and now the back leg is going to swing straight forward and up, kind of like the trajectory of an axe. Now here you want to make sure your posture also stays nice and tall and that your leg is only swinging from the hip and not the lower back. Next, we'll talk about back kicks. This setup is a little different. So when you chamber, you lean your torso forward just a bit because you'll be preparing to counterbalance the kicking leg when you bring it back. So here, chambering with a flexed foot, and then exhaling, kicking back with a straight heel and leg. You see how the torso shifts forward so that your body is pretty much in a straight line from the top of your head to that kicking heel. So the higher you want to kick, the lower your torso should go to counterbalance. Abs stay tight throughout. Next, we'll talk about side kicks. So these look a little bit like the back kick, except you'll be facing the side. To do that, on the chamber, you'll want to pivot the standing foot slightly to the side. And that helps to make sure you don't twist your knee as you do this kick out to the side. And so 3-part kick: chamber, extend straight out to the side, rechamber, and set the foot down, fighting stance. So when you do this, you'll see that the leg also goes in a straight line from the torso so that your body is almost like a seesaw. The higher your kicking leg goes, the lower your torso will go to help counterbalance. And this will help keep your spine and your hips safe as well. Next, we're talking about roundhouse kicks. We'll be talking about front leg roundhouse kicks, which means that we're kicking with the front leg in our fighting stance. So here you see the chamber for this particular kick also involves pivoting on that standing foot. And then now you're bringing the heel of your foot towards your seat. And you can see I'm chambering at different levels here based on how high I'm planning to kick. So the higher the kick, the higher the chamber should be. Here's the same kick from a different view. So here you can really see the heel is coming towards the seat for that chamber. And I'm really careful to pivot on that standing foot so that I don't twist the knee as I try to kick out to the side. And again, the torso leans to counterbalance the kicking leg. Next, we'll talk about some basic punches, some jabs and crosses, or 1s and 2s if you've been to a boxing class. So first, the jab is the same arm as the front standing foot. So this is your quick, stunner of a punch. So it doesn't have a lot of power in it because you see it's really just from the torso and the arm, shoulder. You're not really using ground force to help power this punch. So it's really just meant to stun your opponent. And then the next punch is the cross, and you can see it's named that way because your punch actually goes across your body. It's that back arm now Going forward, and you see when I was mentioning the ground force before, you see that back leg is pivoting, so I call it kind of like squishing gum off of the ball of the sole of your shoe. Okay, now putting it together, jab and then cross. Coming back to fighting stance with your arm each time, protecting your face. And as you get more comfortable with it, a little less of a pause in between the two punches. Jab and cross with the squish. Jab, cross, and jab, cross. Next, we'll talk about some basic vinyasa progressions. So vinyasas are very common in yoga and usually consist of a push-up-like move, a back bend, and a downward facing dog. So starting here, the first version, we start in a knee plank, shifting forward slightly, exhaling, lowering our body all the way to the ground. And now here we're coming up into a baby cobra, just the chest lifts, and then exhaling back to child's pose. And using this, inhaling forward to the plank as a transition to come into your downward facing dog, which looks like an upside down V. You want to focus on having a nice long straight spine. It doesn't matter so much if your knees are straight. Here's the second version. So you're starting in a full plank this time without the knee plank, lowering yourself all the way down in the chaturanga and inhaling to baby cobra, lifting just the chest up, exhaling reverse push up, and then back into your downward facing dog. Again, you can see my knees are slightly bent. I'm really prioritizing keeping a neutral spine here. Here's the third version, or the full vinyasa. So inhale forward, exhale halfway down this time for your chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, only the feet and the hands are touching, not the knees or the thighs. And then exhaling back to downward facing dog. So those are the three versions that we're talking about today for the vinyasa, but there are many other ways to modify this to make it appropriate for whatever level of your yoga practice. So some key takeaways. Form and safety definitely come first. How high or fast you kick in class does not matter, and most importantly, have fun. Thanks for watching this quick tutorial and hope to see you in class.